Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Inquisition. Inquisitor Bob here, and we're bringing you some tips and tricks on the game The Culling. Very much like Hunger Games, in the arena part, we're here to survive. My first tip for you is find the nearest building as soon as you spawn, because that is where the loot is, and that's exactly what you want. As you can see, I'm gonna find my first building here, and I'm gonna run towards it. My second tip is be very aware of your surroundings, because as you guys are gonna see here in a few seconds, I'm gonna get into a fight. I'm always looking because some people use the stealthy perk, which makes it so you cannot hear them coming. I'm gonna start looting here as if nothing was going on, but I'm always gonna wanna keep my eye out for someone. And of course, that someone spawns right here, right now. We're gonna get into this fight, and this is going to bring me to tips about fighting. Know your mechanics, guys. It's very important. Know that you can block, know when you can block, and know when you can push with your Q, as you see right there. If you see that the person is blocking, push. If you see that the person is pushing, don't block. Attack. Another thing, if you are not prepared for a fight, be very aggressive. In this case, we both have only fists, but sometimes people are gonna have spears, machetes, and you're gonna have nothing but your fists. Be very aggressive, because if you let them the time to think, they will destroy you. So know your mechanics, know your backstabbing. Backstabbing does a lot of damage, but be aware that they can backstab you too. So if you're gonna show your back to them, be sure that they cannot hit it. Now, as soon as I drop this guy, my next tip is gonna be to heal ASAP. As soon as possible, people try and heal. Right now, I'm not nowhere near a healing station, so I decide to keep looting, but it's a risky move. I think that with him being spawned there, I'm not gonna find a second one, and I get lucky, I find some bandages, and say, well, what the hell. Lucky me, 40 points right back at me. And as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna keep looting. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find a nice cleaver here. But if you get into a fight and you need to go to your station, go to your healing station. Utilize your healing and your funk stations, guys. They're gonna be very useful for you. And as you guys can see, I'm healing right here. It's gonna take a little second. And as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna go get more funk. I find some funk in the ground. You need the funk, people. Go find that funk. Hell yeah. Another little fight is going to erupt here, and I wanted to show you this one because he has some ranged attacks and I do not. So what do you do when the other has ranged attacks and you don't? Well, you try to close the gap as best you can while trying to avoid the fire from the enemy. If he had a bow, I would have maybe run a little bit faster, but there he had a thrown item, so I took my time wanting him to miss. Another tip, if you see your enemy where it is, try to heal within the battle. It's gonna give you a huge advantage. Right now I'm going hamming this guy because I know that I have way too much health for him to bring down. So I'm gonna finish this real quick, and I did not show you the clip because it was in French, for the audio clip I'm in, but I heard this guy coming and I'm going right back at him. He has a very bad weapon, which is a hammer, and I have a cleaver, and he makes a huge mistake. He throws it out. Now he's bleeding and he keeps running, so I know I have the upper hand. He knows it. He starts running away, which brings me to the next tip. Utilize your boosts. As soon as I see him running, I go for the explosive legs that gives you 15% faster running, and a couple of backstabs later he's dead. Now I go back and start using smart crafting. This is very important, people. Use smart crafting. Do not craft a small knife. It's very bad, but do craft armor, do craft bandages. Know your recipes for the things that you need and are very nice to craft for. As you can see, I crafted some armor and I keep going on my way. Bandages, you need 2 branches. The armor, you need a satchel and a rock. Very important. Now, sell everything that you can because you don't need, because you're gonna need that funk, and you'll see why in just a second. But I wanted to mention real quick, to drop something, use the X key. And this is exactly why you need your funk, people, for airdrops. Airdrops is the most consistent source of items that you're gonna have in the game. You know what's in them because you chose them beforehand, or even if it's a surprise me, it's gonna show it to you if you press escape. Now, if you just begun, you're gonna need a surprise me. It's okay. That way you get a larger pool. Now, once that you are done with that, go to the middle and open the blue crates in the middle. Not anywhere else, because the blue crates in the middle have the best gear in my personal experience. I've tried opening blue crates pretty much anywhere, and the most consistent source is the middle. Last thing that I wanted to show you guys, it's my 3 perks. All painless 10% damage, leg day 10% speed, and stealthy so people do not hear me coming. Anyway guys, that's pretty much all I have for you. Thank you very much for watching. Gamers of the Inquisition out. I'll see you soon.